Having a position with the queen and bishop is certainly a very interesting endgame, because these positions often don't look like endgame. They actually look like middle game. There are a lot of attacking possibilities, checks, threats against the king, and multiple amount of complications that may take place. So what we have here is one of these positions in which basically white is dominating. He's got this very far advanced pass pawn on e6. He's got his queen in the d8, that's very close. The bishop even with the control of the dark squares, and the possibility to move the pawn to promote. The only thing, as always, when we think about such positions and such attacks is that we got to look at the opponent's contemplate. And now we've got something very unfortunate. If we do a move like e7, black is just going to respond that with the quick move of queen g4, and it is not our opponent who's going to lose, but it is us. Should the king go back to g1, there is a checkmate. And should the king go a little up, there is a check, and there is king f3, bishop e2, and we can't go back because we are just going to get mated very quickly. This is not good. If the king goes up, it's continuing that very dangerous walk, and the more it advances, like d5 will be met by a checkmate, d3 will be met by a check, and then there is another check, and then there is another check, and that will be the final check. So, you see, it's not that good to let the opponent do things quickly. And so here we really ask ourselves what to do. Now, the natural move, obviously, instead of e7 is queen h4 check. You know, this is an obvious check, which forces black to make the only available move in his position, that's queen h5. The question is what to do from here. Should we trade the queens, move our queens somewhere else? What is really the solution to that problem? Most naturally, we have to do bishop g7 check. That check forces the black king to take it, and then after he plays with king takes g7, white gets the possibility to make another forcing move. We know that the most successful tactics always happen with the forcing moves in line, like queen e7 check, and now we see the black king can come out because there will be a checkmate, and if the king goes down, we see the possibility of playing queen f7, king h8, and queen f8 checkmate. What's beautiful about it is that we do it with forcing moves. Giving him time is going to let him to counterattack you. Thinking about the forcing moves will help you to always consider the highest probable moves to make the winning combination, like bishop g7. Very nice example. Queen h4 followed by bishop g7. Beautiful and straight.